everyone. So I am sleeping Photocards and storing Photocards as my binder. We do have a lot of Photocards. I do want to update you guys on a few things that's going on in my life. So basically, there is a Canada Post strike. If you guys all know, I do sell on eBay and Instagram, mostly eBay, where most of my customers are. And it is a little frustrating because Canada Post has letter mail. There's like no other companies that will deliver like stamped letter mail. So kind of out of like that work right now. So I'm just like working my main job and that's about it. It is a little frustrating. I don't think it will affect any video because most of the time I do use like FedEx or DHL or UPS. My favorite is probably DHL, so it won't affect like any like Katy hauls or Makari Japan hauls. But it is gonna affect like local purchases from other people. But I haven't bought from other people in a while, so yeah, there's that. So I'm going to show you all the packs I have. So we have this standard pack 56 by 87 millimeters. It's going to be for this stack. This stack is very questionable because I cannot find like the clear one, 61 by 91 millimeters. It's out of stock everywhere, and if I try to buy from a different store, it's very expensive to ship. So I do have the black pack just in case. I will be replacing it pretty soon. It's gonna look really bizarre, but I have to use them. I have two packs of these. This one's almost done though, but it's a 63.5 by 88 millimeters. And I do have some of the clear ones, but I think this is going to be for Somi, just so that it's easier. She's supposed to be in pink sleeves, but it's a whole deal. So I'm going to have to figure out what to do with it. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm going to update you guys about the person who was like blocking the driveway and stuff like that. So basically when my brother like moved out, I noticed that there was like really loud noises. Like, I'm not kidding, like I would just be chilling, right? And then I would just hear like a slam, like someone slamming their trunk, and I was like, okay, like what's that? And I would see like reflection, like I would like, shut off my lights and I would see like a reflection of like a car, coming into the driveway or whatever. And this person was basically blocking the driveway. I think it was like they were like in front of it. And there's street parking. There's a lot of street parking, but they chose to just block our driveway, and like kind of obviously pissed me off. And they would do it like at 12 a.m. and I think that one week they were there like 2 or 3 times, and it was just like really annoying. And so like I found out who it was, and obviously it has something to do with one of my direct neighbors who I don't really get along with. Oh, this evil Cupid license is so cute. So basically one family has like 5 kids or whatever. Like that's what my mom told me. I know that's fucking crazy. Like my cousins, like I have 4 cousins, and it's like already like crazy in that house. Like I can't imagine like 5 kids, right? But like apparently like 3 of them move out, so 2 of them still like live there and whatever. And so one of them keeps visiting, right? And he has like the same car and like color as my brother, which is really bizarre because their dad also has like the same color and car as my mom, which is super, super weird, right? It's like we have the same taste in cars, which is so odd. I just don't understand it, right? And so I would try to get them to, kind of fuck off. Like, I would try to turn on my lights. I would like film them and whatever, and then they wouldn't move. And I would tell people like, oh yeah, people are like they're blocking my driveway, blah blah. And then they would still do it, and they don't care, right? And the reason why they do that is because like the house that they are visiting has like a fire hydrant, and their parking is like very like small, so it's very tight. But it's like also like when you visit, you don't have to like come at like a weird time, and you don't have to block people's driveways and whatever. And the reason why I found out was like because I was like with my brother at his house, like I think it was in September, so it was like after Labor Day, and I was talking to him, and he's like, oh, like we're just talking about like those direct neighbors because they were asking my brother like, is he moving out, because they saw him like put stuff in his car. They're really nosy. I don't know why they were asking him, because he doesn't talk to them, to be honest. He even told me like he doesn't like talking to that family either. So yeah, and basically he told me like one of like the neighbor's sons has like the same car, and like he lives with his girlfriend, blah blah blah. And I was like, well, it's probably him, to be honest. Oh, this is the wrong one. Sorry. But yeah, it was just like really irritating. It'd be so scary. And then I don't know, like I kind of figured it out. Like I was like, I'm very smart, so I was like, I'm gonna get to the bottom of this and find out who it is, blah blah blah. And I know like a lot of you guys were super nice online. You guys are saying like, oh, get their license plate, blah blah blah. But the thing is, they'll be there for like 2 3 minutes and they'll just like dip. And it's like it's hard to see the license plate when you're like from my angle from the window, unless you go outside or whatever. But to be honest, for me, it's annoying. I also live like near a police station, so I don't think it's like that terrible. I think I can honestly figure out a way to get the license plate. But if they're only doing for a few minutes, it's like I don't want to like piss off my mom and then cause like drama and whatever. But it's like it's very annoying, and they learn our schedule, which is like super creepy. Obviously, when you live next to someone, you're gonna learn their schedule and stuff like that. But yeah, I have like a really creepy story. I don't think you guys are gonna believe it, but yeah, I'll tell you guys about it right now. And like my last thing was I was talking shit to my cousins about these people because they kind of annoy me. And I basically told my cousin like, why is he so needy? Like, why is he always like picking up food from his parents, especially at a weird time? His parents are like, I think they're both retired, so they don't really like, go out much other than like they drive around or something like that, or they walk around or bicycle around, whatever. Cycle around, obviously, bicycle is not the right word. But yeah, that's what they do. And so I guess they have a lot of free time, and then he just comes out at whatever time. My mom figured out that she was like giving him food because one time she was like, one of the neighbors was like in our backyard and whatever, and she was like picking up herbs because like my mom let her, but she cut it in a weird way. And my mom got really pissed off. And she was like, "Oh, why did you cut it like that?" Blah blah blah. My mom is not a confrontational person, so obviously she's very serious about her herbs. Like she doesn't fuck around with that stuff. If you cut it in a weird way, she's gonna confront you about it. That's the only thing she does not play around about, because she doesn't care about the blocking driveway thing, but I do. But if someone messes with her herbs, she gets really pissed. And she's like one of like the chillest people, to be honest. Like I'm not chill at all. Like she's super chill, and she's like always letting them do whatever. Like they fucked up our grass too, so yeah, with their parking. So but anyway, so basically what was I saying? So she found out that the lady was giving herbs to her sons or like her children or whatever, because she basically told my mom, and my mom was like, okay, why, like she said, I think she said inside her head, my mom was like, oh, why is she giving, you know, herbs to her family when she can just eat it herself? I feel like that's kind of valid, because it's like, imagine you give someone a gift and then they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna give it to my son or daughter, or like my cousin or niece. Like that would piss me off too, to be honest. It's like giving a photo card and then they just give it to someone else. Like that would honestly piss me off a little bit, to be honest. So yeah, that was the story. And then something else really creepy happened when I was like walking home or whatever. Um, so basically what happened is there's this one day I had a day off. It's like garbage day. I don't know if that's relevant, but yeah. I do a lot of errands that day, and then I was dropping off mail. This was before the strike, by the way. And so I'm just crossing the street. Like I'm about to cross the street. I'm like near like across my house and whatever. And so I hear someone say my name. And if you guys don't know my name, it's Tina. And they said it really loud. It sounded like a kid saying it, like a little girl saying it. And like I know like one of the direct neighbors has a little girl. And they obviously know my name because like they introduced like one of the nephews to me, and I was like, I was not interested at all, because I was like, why would I want to marry to this family? Even if it's fake, I would not want to. I would rather die, to be honest, because like I just don't want to scam people, first of all, and I don't want to deal with like an annoying ass family that I don't like. No offense. But yeah, that's what I told my cousins about, and it was really creepy. Like someone just like said my name, and there was like no one else. It was like probably like 2 to 3 p.m. Most kids are just coming back from school. Like high school kids are coming back from school, college kids, I don't know what their damn schedule is like. They're always busy. And so I just heard it and I was freaked out. I do know like one of my direct neighbors is also named Tina, because I asked my mom, I was like, oh, I heard like them calling her once and they said her name was Tina, but then they weren't home. So I was like, who is it, right? Like I'm trying to play detective and whatever. And it was like my other direct neighbor. It was like the one that I'm always having issues with. And so I was freaked out because I was like, first of all, like, why are you calling my name from across the street? And their windows are always open. That's what I noticed. Like, me and my cousins were like investigating, and then we found out their windows are always open. And like, I just feel like it's really creepy to call someone and then like they know your name, but you don't know their name, because you're like, okay, like, they're creeping me out. So now like I just try to be more wary of them. Like I take my headphones off, like I check to make sure like no one's like looking at me. Cause some people are very nosy in this neighborhood, so I just try not my best not to look basically. And I try not to like give attention. So like I'll walk really quick when I'm walking home, and then I'll like make sure to go like a different way or like go home like a different time just so that they're not like stalking me or whatever. Because I felt like I was being watched. Like I felt like this weird sense of being watched, and my cousins were like probably like, "Oh, girl, you're just paranoid," blah blah blah. But then I was like, "Okay, girl, like this happened again," you know. And then there's getting like my Tim Hortons order. I ordered on DoorDash, and I was like, I want to get like my chai latte today. I tried it, and I just like love it. It's like my new favorite order right now. And so we're just gonna continue on with the story. So basically, there's another situation that happened that was really creepy, and I basically was bringing in like the garbage bins because there's like garbage or whatever, or I was like bringing it out. I don't really remember. And so I heard like from the window some guy like say like, "Oh, what is she staring at?" Because I was staring at my driveway and like just looking at this like muddy mess that like someone made because someone uses our lower driveway to park into their boulevard. So yeah, it's been a thing, but it got really muddy, so I was just staring at it. And it was really creepy. Like they were like saying, "Oh, what's she staring at?" And so like I know for a fact like 3 times is not normal. Like people are just like watching from their window, so I just try not to make attention to myself. And then I just like tell my cousins if anything's going on. They do have my back because they told me like if anything happens, just let us know. And so I'll let them know and whatever. Just for my safety. They do live close to me, so I'm not worried if something does happen. I know how to protect myself and all that jazz. So don't worry guys. Alright, so we're gonna talk about other stuff that's been on my mind. That's not like, nuisance related, because it is a nuisance to be watched and having like, parking violations from other people. So I do have like a few things to talk about, and we're gonna get started. Okay, so I basically dropped off mail. It was like kind of like a more of like a goofy story and whatever. But basically what happened is I was dropping off mail, and we have these community like mailboxes. If you guys don't know, they're like mailboxes that have like maybe like 10 plus people that have like these small like little mailboxes that you can open and close, and then you get your mail. And it also has like a slot for you to put like letter mail, so you can drop off letter mail, or you can just like return. Let's say like the mailman like gave you like the wrong mail, then you just put it in. So this dumbass decided to put in a huge ass flyer. And let me show you the slot of the mailbox actually. So the slot is like about this big. Standard letter mailbox. Letter mail, I mean. And so it was a huge one. It still fit, right? But like I couldn't fucking fit like any letter mail. So I shoved it in, and then the spider comes out, and I wasn't even like I didn't even care because I was so angry because like someone just put a flyer into the mail slot, and you're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to throw it in the garbage, or you can toss it on the ground. I don't really care. But like they just like blocked the way for people to put stuff in there. And I'm like, oh, this person's so idiotic and stupid. Like, yeah, that's like the neighborhood that I'm dealing with. Like some people are so stupid and like selfish. And then another time there was like garbage in the mailbox. Like literally, like there's not enough space for it. And there's a garbage that's like maybe like 5 meters away, and they still put it in like the mailbox thingy. Like they're so stupid. Like that's why I'm so like happy like I don't have to like drop off stuff anymore, because I'm like these people like they will literally just litter in like the letter mailbox, and then I can't put stuff in if you're littering. So I had to shove the stupid branch thing out and then just put my mail in. I was like super pissed off because I was like, bro, you're wasting my time. And then yeah, and another time a spider came out. Like that was just so gross, man. So yeah, that's something I was kind of mad about, because I'm like I'm trying to like make some money and stuff like that, and then you're just doing way too much. All right, so the Katseye hoodie collab, I really wanted the collab. The thing is, I don't know if you guys know, but one of my friends works at Gap. She's been working there since she's been in high school. She knows the ins and out of the company, yada yada. But the thing is, like, she was like, oh, it's not going to be available in like Canada, unfortunately. I think it's only available in the States. And so it basically got sold out for like all the sizes, even like the small sizes, even the big sizes, everything was basically gone. And so I couldn't even get anything, which is really extremely frustrating for me. So it's kind of sad about that. But it's okay. I'm hoping maybe like, oh, I also wanted to get the Jollibee like Katseye meal, but apparently it's not in Canada as well. It's like some Korean fried chicken like flavor, I believe. So it's really cool. Um, I think I talked about this before, but Jeff in Records has a new group, and basically it's like some of the Dream Academy girls. So, I wrote Samara. What does that say? Emily and Lexi. Girl, I thought that said something else. I can't read properly because I'm getting kind of blind, so I gotta get some glasses. Sorry about that. So the Rich Man aespa like comeback was a lot better than Dirty Work. I did not like Dirty Work at all. I just, I don't know. I just didn't like it. I'm sorry. Sue me. I just didn't like it. But I just felt like it was a weak title track, and I was like, I don't like it. But then the Rich Man was a lot better. But Thumb in the Mud was just like uncomfortable to watch. Like I just had to look away. I was like, oh, that's gross. You know, I'm kind of like a clean freak, so I just don't like seeing people in mud and all that stuff. But the girls did well, but there is like currently like a hate train on them. Because there's like this video of them in America. I don't know which one it was. It was like a performance in America. Obviously, the camera work is different. They're not gonna have like backup dancers. You know, they were just dancing with themselves, and people were saying that they were a mess. It was really bad. But I obviously know like the girls are not the best dancers, but they're still good performers, and they still, you know, turn it the fuck out. You know, so I don't know. So this one is probably like one of the scandals that shocked me. I remember I was on my laptop, you know, just like tippity tapping away, you know, selling stuff, looking at emails, talking to my friends, looking at K-pop merch and stuff like that. And then I was like, I know I shouldn't be on this website. It was like koreaboo.com. So basically it's like Korean and like Asian media stuff. Like so like news about K-pop idols and like J-pop idols and you know, Katseye, of course. And there was one about Lucy, and I was like, okay, this has got to be bullshit. And so I click on it, and it was like, it was one of the craziest thing I clicked on. Apparently, like Lucy was talking like crap about the other girls, and she was like just saying like, a bunch of stuff. Like I don't remember everything. I don't really want to remember everything, but she was kind of shitting other girls, and she was like, you know, everyone wants to disband. You know, she doesn't like being an idol and all that stuff. She also said that she disliked the fans, which was kind of hurtful. But then people were saying like, you know, like the Korean fans do like stalk them and terrorize them. So I guess that's different. Maybe international fans are not part of it. I hope not. But I have no clue to be honest. You know, I don't know. But I hope this fits. I don't know if it's gonna fit. I don't think it is. See, it like has like this corner sticking out. I'll resleeve this later. Not a big deal. I just don't want to take things out right now. I'm too lazy. And then there's also another huge issue. So it was about the recent abuse allegations. Basically, what happened was on Twitter, the girls were on like a variety show. I don't know which variety show, so I can't really tell you. But basically, what happened is they were one of them was saying, I think it was Me to Me, that was saying that their door basically got like ripped off and they don't have like any more privileges. But apparently, Minami was clearing it up. Apparently, the door was already weak, and that Minami like pushed it really hard once and then just fell. And they also live near like a university, so like two like live streams. I think Wani was there and then Minami was there. I think, or was it May? No, I think it was May. I think it was May that was in that one. If I'm wrong, let me know. But there was like screaming in the back, like a woman and a man. And so people thought like at first it was like the Racine girls like getting abused, but apparently it wasn't. Apparently they live near a university. I'm not gonna lie, like I know university kids can be rowdy, but I've never heard them scream like that. Like I don't know how it is in Korea. In Canada, we don't fucking talk to each other, if I'm gonna be honest. When I went to college, it was more chill and like we talked to each other, but like when my brother was like in university, he would come home super, 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 super grumpy. And like I would ask him, hey, how was school? And he'd be just like, don't ask me that again. And I was like, oh, okay. And back then, like he was still like, pretty young, so I was like, um, so I kind of understood like him having like mood swings of a teenager or whatever. And so I never asked him again. He did have many friends in like university, and like my cousin like joins a club and she has university friends, but it's very rare to have friends. So I was like surprised when I heard like screeching from like university kids, because usually high school kids, I can't understand, they are super annoying. I'm sorry if you're in high school, but they're super annoying, and they like take over the bus and they start yelling and then hitting you with their bag by accident, and then they start farting. Like I'm not even kidding. I was on the bus and someone farted, and then we're like, oh my god, that smells like crap. It was definitely from one of the students. So yeah, that smelled like terrible. I'm gonna have to like reorganize these stickers and make sure they're in like order and whatever, but maybe another day, sis. Maybe another day. Surprisingly, today in the neighborhood, it's kind of quiet. Like I haven't heard any screeching yet. I don't know if they're gonna hear this and stuff like that, but basically what I noticed, like there's like some neighborhood kids who are like friends with my like one of my direct neighbors, and like they will play like outside from like 5 to like 8 or like 9 or whatever. And there's nothing wrong with that, but like they kind of are kind of loud and we can like hear every word they're saying. So yeah, that's what happened. Cause like I remember there's like screaming in my video and I was like, what's that? Because back then like my brother used to live with us and he would like turn on like the TV so we didn't hear crap, right? And so now we know like yeah, like people are outside and they're being a little bit loud, but that's okay. That's how kids are. They're gonna play, and like I'd rather have them play outside than be on their iPad all day and be like an iPad kid or whatever. But it's still kind of like disruptive, if I'm gonna be honest. But I'm not in school, so I don't really care. Okay, so this is kind of a like personal story. It's not that serious, but I don't like it when people I don't know make fun of my name. If you don't know, my name is Tina, basically. And it's kind of one of my insecurities. I remember when my mom was in the hospital with me, she asked like one of her friends, like, oh, what's a good name suggestion? And they said like Tina and whatever. And because I don't know, like in the Vietnamese community, it's a very common English name for girls. My first name actually isn't Tina. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but I go by Tina because it's like an English name. So I ain't gonna tell anyone my Vietnamese name. But basically, what happened was I was at work and whatever, and this one of this ladies, like, she's really nice. I think she's like an occupational therapist or like physical therapist. I don't know, but she's always cheery. She's always nice, and like she's pretty cool. And so she said my name. She was like, "Hi, Tina," and then she was like really far away. She's like across the room, and she just like waved and whatever. And like I just said hi, but I guess I said it in a sad tone because I was like a little bit tired or whatever. And then she's like, "Your name's Tina, right?" And then I was like, "Yeah." But then like this nurse guy walks by and he's like, "Tina, tuna." He said tuna, and I was like pissed off because like I know like my friends like call me that, and like they just do it to like make fun of me, and like we're friends, we can make fun of each other. Like I make fun of them all the damn time, right? But like for a random stranger to do that, I was like, this guy's such like a smart ass. Like he thinks he's cool or whatever. Like no, you're just super annoying. Like no one asked you, and no one laughed. By the way, everyone was just like looking at him like, okay, like this guy's a little bizarre. That's about it. And like at work, you're supposed to be professional. You're not supposed to be like poking fun at people. But people told me like don't take it so seriously. Because he was probably just joking around. Like it's fine. He didn't mean any harm by it. But yeah, he's just being a smart ass. And I was like, wow, this guy is so annoying. But whatever. Okay. So I think this is one of the biggest news in K-pop recently. Like literally, it's been a little bit of a mess or a huge mess. Basically, Ji-yoon from ISNA left. It's probably old news by now, but I wrote it down just in case, like I can talk about it and all that stuff. I did collect some of Ji-yoon, but I think I'm gonna be like just keeping what I have. I might sell some like some stuff, but not that much to be honest. Like her non-album stuff, I'm probably not gonna keep. She wasn't really my bias, but I did like enjoy listening to her voice. But she kind of reminded me of myself, and sometimes it kind of like would trigger me. And I don't want people to think like I'm saying that in a bad way. Like I dealt with anxiety, I dealt with like paranoia, and like a lot of negative feelings. So whenever I saw her like break down or like cry, I was like, oh my god, like we're literally the same person. So sometimes it kind of like triggered me a little bit. And I know like she didn't have like the best mental health, if I'm gonna be honest. Like there's like many times where she broke down on the show, and then like when she saw, I think she saw her dad in the crowd, and she just like broke down or whatever. And yeah, we're just both sensitive girls. So, yeah. She was also seen with like Minsole from Island 2, and she was also seen with Ryan. If you guys don't know who Ryan is, most of you probably don't, but he got eliminated really quickly. He was on Boys 2 Planet, and he was like the very like hyper English speaker. Like damn girl, he was really hyper. Like he was fun, but yeah, he was really hyper. Um, he was a good performer though, but I don't think he stood out, so that's why he didn't debut, and it was really hard for him. But yeah, he had like really cool like blonde hair. People think that she's dating him, but I don't think it's true. I think they're just friends. Cause there's like this like video that they posted together, and they're just doing a dance challenge. But he did a dance challenges with a lot of his friends. He did one with Anderson. If you guys don't know who Anderson is, he's from SM Entertainment. Well, he used to be there. He's dating Marquez. I know. I know. It was crazy. I was like, oh, they're from different companies. How do they know each other? Right? Oh my god, this Yuan is so cute. I'm just gonna like not flip it around, maybe. I think it's right in, it should be fine. It's okay. It's probably already scanned. I don't think anyone's gonna steal it. This one, I'm gonna use the black sleeve. Let me look for the black sleeve. Alright, so the next one is Boys 2 Planet. Leo and Sangwon is debuting. I was actually rooting for Leo. I know a lot of people, they don't generally like him because of this like lyric scandal that he did. And the thing is, he apologized. He took accountability. He left the group. It caused like this huge butterfly effect. So all the boys like went their separate ways. Leo, had his issues, but it's like you gotta like forgive. Sometimes you gotta forgive. But I'm not saying all of you guys have to forgive. Obviously, like I'm a woman too, so the lyrics were shocking to me, and I was like mad at him for like a while. But then I was like, there's like worse things in the world, and like he hasn't done anything again. And he seems to be like a well-rounded boy, so I'm like, he's a talented boy, and I don't want to like, just bring him down just because of that. So stuff happens. It's terrible. I didn't like the scandal at all. Trust me, I was like mad at him for like the longest time. I was like, what? Why is he joining this, um, you know, show? But then I was like, you know what? I need to stop being so negative. Like I forgive him, but like obviously if you don't, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you need to forgive him. I'm just saying like I think, in my opinion, I'm gonna just like forgive him, but you don't have to if you don't want to. To be honest, the lyrics were pretty bad. Well, actually, not pretty bad, really bad. It was like very sexist lyrics and all that stuff. Hannah did defend him. If you guys don't know who Hannah is Bang Chan's sister. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, but yeah. And she said that they're good friends because I think they're both Aussie. They're Aussies, right? So they hang out and whatever. Um, if she says he's not a bad guy, I'll believe her. Oh, and this one is actually really crazy. So this is a really crazy story. So basically, what happened? I was on Korea Boo again. I know, like, I should not go on that website. That website is so bad for you and whatever. A lot of like misinformation, a lot of like different scandals. There was one involving Julie from Kiss of Life. I haven't followed Kiss of Life in a while. I literally just stopped listening to their music after that like live stream scandal. It just pissed me off really bad. Like I was like rooting for these girls. I was pushing so hard for them to like get noticed. And then when they got noticed, I was so happy. And like, one of my videos did really well with their unboxing. So I was like, I really want them to go so far. Like they deserve the world. I really love Natty. And then they just disappointed me, and I just never went back. So I'm planning to like sell all my photo cards. I probably already said that before. And yeah, I was just really frustrated. Whoa, this feels heavy. Oh, because there's something behind it. Yeah, it's the ID. The ID cards are super heavy. And so basically what happened is there was like this illegal video of her. It's like when you rent like those private rooms in South Korea? I've never went, to be honest, because I haven't visited Asia ever. I'm kind of afraid to like visit Asia because I know like most of them like they don't speak English. But my brother's like, okay, girl, like you can just get like a translation app. It's not that serious. Point at what you want. You know, he gave me some pointers and whatever. But going to Asia is very expensive, and the flight is like long and all that stuff. And so you can rent like private rooms there. Like I think like I'm not sure. It looked like a club, if I'm gonna be honest, but I'm not really sure. But it was a private room, and they were basically accusing like these two very, very I don't know if I'm saying that right members that were like basically hugging her and like being affectionate with her. It wasn't like a bad video. They weren't kissing or anything. It was just like even if they weren't kissing, I wouldn't care. But they were just like you know hugging her, and then like one of like Julie was resting on one of their arms. But I don't think those are boy group members. If I'm gonna be honest, um it did not look like them. If I'm gonna be honest, like I looked at pictures of the boys that they accused of, and I really don't remember their name. Sorry, I had to cut the video again. I don't like making a lot of cuts, and I don't really like editing. You guys can probably tell. But something did happen, so I kind of had to like deal with it. So yeah, let's just keep going. And I think I'm still talking about Julie. So basically, the guys in the video, they don't look like the members, the boy members. I know one of them's named Kangmin, I think. I think that's what his name is. If I'm saying his name wrong, then just let me know. But it did not look like him. Like the guy was like taller, like he also had like a bigger like build. And if you guys don't know, like that boy group member, he's like 5'8", and that guy looked like he was like 6 feet or something. Like he looked pretty tall, if I'm gonna be honest. I guess being like shorter helped him because, they kind of like said that wasn't him. And to be honest, the guy in the video, like he looks like a lot older and he's not as handsome as like the boy group members. So I'm like, unless that guy had surgery in like 2 business days, I don't think it's him. And plus, he just like literally got off of like Boys Planet. Why would he do that to himself? So it kind of just didn't make any sense. I was like really confused for a second about it. But yeah, that's kind of the story that I was talking about. And I do want to talk about like a few other things, and then we're just gonna wrap up like the sleeving photocards video. I hope people actually kind of watch this, or else I'm like rambling for like no reason to like no one except for me. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys for sticking with me through all of this. There's times where I honestly don't know like what to film. I don't know like what ideas and all that stuff. So I sometimes feel like creativity wise, I'm not that creative. But I was like really happy that I made an audience for myself, and I'm getting monetized. So that's really good as well. But I'm also talking to people, and I really love talking to you guys about stuff, and it makes me happy. So yeah. So I think I spoke about this before, but Yuju from Island 2, I don't know if I'm saying her name right. To be honest, I'm really bad with pronunciation. But she was on Island 2, and she's gonna be on this new season up on Pretty Rap Star. That season got like only like I think it only has like 2 seasons, and it was like it's a very old show, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest. It's basically the female version of Show Me the Money, but they call it such a weird name, on Pretty Rap Star. Like, okay. And so she's gonna be on it. I also think like I saw Kenta's sister is also gonna be on it. The talent is just there. I think this is a lot more suited towards Yuju's talent because she is a rapper rather than a singer. Obviously she can do both, but I think it's just better if she just sticks to this competition and see how it goes. Also, I'm gonna try to buy these like clear packs, and the pink packs, I don't know what's gonna happen, to be honest, but Somi's not gonna have a lot of like comebacks, so we should be okay for now. Because Somi barely has any comebacks. So I don't think she needs like pink packs again. So it should be okay. We should probably have enough for now. The purple packs, we're running out. I'm getting kind of scared, if I'm gonna be honest. So these are my rich man pose. I'm sorry if it's like you can barely see the back. But you know what? We're gonna be like storing full cards away pretty soon, so don't worry about it. Slide this in. So personal update is basically at work it's becoming more busy as like the end of the year comes by. We had like a new director from like she was hired a few months ago, but I feel like she actually gives a crap about her job because she's very like interactive. She engages with us, and she wants to know more about us, right? Like the old director that we had, like she just went to work and like she didn't talk to us. She would not even say hi to me, to be honest. And so this new director would say hi to me, and I was like, wow, she's really cool, and she's like really pretty, and she's young. I'm not saying that the other director was old, but she's around my mom's age, if I'm gonna be honest. And so I was like, oh, she's more like of like a cool like director, but she was also like giving us more work and stuff like that. So there's like a new project that she was working on, and I don't know if I'm gonna be that willing to make more videos if I'm feeling like busy or whatever. I just feel already stressed out. We're gonna get like a new student that's gonna be working with us, and I might have to train her, but I'll see. Maybe they'll get my coworker to train her or whatever. But yeah, this Korean food card is the best one. Like this is the best one. I'm so glad I got it. I pulled it because I was like, ain't no way in hell someone's giving me that. And the posts were super amazing. Like, do you guys see like the variety? The variety is just there. I love the JoJo hat, like the JoJo Bizarre's Adventure type of hats. Really cool. And then I finally got like a winter one. So cute. She drew like her snowman alien thingy. Hopefully when the camera like focuses better, you guys can kind of see it. This one I'm probably gonna sell, but I'm dumb. I wasn't reading. It's from Whiplash. Yeah, I was buying stuff from Boonjan, going crazy and stuff like that, and yeah, I bought this. So I think I'm gonna put Karina on the top just so that we don't get mixed up with the errors, because I can't really see the backs because I put them in purple packs. If you guys don't know. Oh, sorry. Okay, these are the pobs. These are like K-Town for You pobs. And the aespa like logo, the font is like really like different. It's really cool. And I really like this K-Town for You set. I feel like K-Town for You always has like the best pobs or Makestar. Kind of just depends. But yeah. And we have a few more. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to talk about. But this was like a really rant-filled video. It was a lot about like my personal life and like stuff going on and like safety concerns I have with my house and like people, sketchy ass people outside all the time. No offense. I always tell my cousins when there's like a sketchy like person outside, I'm like, yeah, this is the best one. This is a French bulldog. I think I told a story about a French bulldog before. Like, there's like a black French bulldog in our neighborhood, and French bulldogs are like the sweetest like babies. They're so cute, and he's just like a sweetheart. Like, he just like goes outside and he like has fun. He doesn't bark at people. Like, I notice like the dogs that do bark are usually the smaller dogs, but it's always like the dachshunds or chihuahuas. Chihuahuas are scary, man. Like, literally, they are super scary. And then Pomeranians, they just have like this complex. I don't know. Like, the Pomeranians in our neighborhood, like, they just really, they always be barking or whatever. And then there's like always like some white dog that barks. I don't know what breed he or she is, but it's like one of like the neighbors across the street, and like literally she always looks like she's about to like bite me. So I always get scared, if I'm gonna be honest. So I just try not to go near her. But yeah, sometimes like she'll walk near me and I'm like, I'm scared. So it can be kind of a little bit freaky. Yeah, and there's like people outside talking. Hopefully they're not listening in or whatever, because they be nosy. I told y'all, they be nosy. Unfortunately, we ran out of a purple sleeve. I think I could probably find one. We have like fillers in the binder, so I'll probably find one and then sleeve this one. I'm not gonna do it like off camera because there's no point. It's just like one sleeve. We know it goes in the purple sleeve, so it should be fine. I think this is the last thing I do want to talk about. I'm not collecting Cortis. I don't want you guys to be like, oh my god, Cortis fan. Woo. Like, it's already like awkward being an adult fan of them because there's a lot of like creepy like older fans, and I just want to support James. That's literally it. So yeah, I will be keeping like probably Martin and James, and that's about it. So the other folk cards I'm gonna be selling, but yeah, I'm not really collecting them. The same thing with At Heart. I should probably flip them, but At Heart I really like their music, but I think they're gonna be hard to collect. I also do want to like collect more soloists. So I'm thinking like, I think her name is Min Ji Woon or whatever. I'm not sure if I'm saying that name right. Her album's really expensive, so I'm just kind of like waiting for like the perfect time to like strike. I know like Korea's going on holiday pretty soon. I think it's called Chuseok. And so I'm gonna have to buy stuff pretty soon. I do have a Macari Japan haul on the way, so don't you guys worry. We still have some stuff. Not a lot, but we have a little bit more stuff. And I'm gonna probably separate these cards into two storing photo cards videos just so that we have more content and all that stuff. But yeah, I don't want to be yapping anymore, and I do want to drink my chai latte, so I'm just gonna call that a day. Thank you guys for sticking with me. It's almost been 3 years on YouTube, which is super duper crazy, y'all. It's super duper crazy. But anyways, I'm gonna say bye to you. I'm gonna be watching Love Is Blind later, so yeah, that show is a mess. And it's kind of funny because okay, this is the last thing I'm gonna say, and then I'm gonna shut up. I went to Denver, Colorado to visit my cousins and whatever. The people are nice. I didn't know that this Love Is Blind was gonna happen in Colorado this year. So I was really surprised. When I went to church, it was like a different atmosphere from Oklahoma when I used to like visit Oklahoma. And so when I went to church there, my family's really religious, so you know, you we had to go to church. It was a big ass church. It was like really big. The pews were like large. I was like, whoa, this is crazy, right? And then I was just like sitting next to people. And when you say like, like give peace or whatever, you're supposed to like, just shake hands. We used to shake hands in like Canada, but then like COVID happened and now we just nod at each other. Or we just say peace be with you and then we just like walk away or whatever. Or turn around. But basically, in Colorado, they were really friendly, so we all shook hands. And I was just like really confused. I was like, what? And the priest was very interactive. He was really cool. He was like, oh, we had like these ballot suggestions. So if you have something that you want to write, bring it up. Like it just felt like it didn't feel like church. Like it felt like a class. Like I was like, it's really sick. Like I like the atmosphere in Denver, Colorado. I would love to visit again. I love like the scenery, the people were really cool. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Um, there's gonna be a second part to this, so bye bye. Everyone, I'm throwing photo cards into my binders. I decided to use a different room. I know you can kind of see my shadow, it's kind of weird. But in my other room, it's garbage day. And funny story about that, I'll tell you something that happened. And so it's garbage day, and people are like wheeling in their bins. It's like really loud, so I don't want to be in the other room. But basically, what happened was I had this weird suspicion that someone was using our bins, and like I would always like check and see like if it's when anyone's like using it or whatever. And so like I think it was a few weeks ago, someone put like a empty like energy drink can into our trash can. We don't have any cameras or anything like that. We don't really have any motion lights. But some people in the neighborhood do. And so yeah, I don't really turn on the light at nighttime because my mom says like it's a waste and whatever. And I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna turn on the porch lights if you say so, right? And so I checked my bin today, right? It's like the green bin. Basically, you can put like um food waste, you can put like dog crap waste. And so someone decided that it was a smart idea to put like their dog shit into like a little like baggie. And I didn't know what it was at first, so I picked it up. I don't know, I picked it up. Really gross. I picked it up and I was like, I thought it was food waste. So I was like, okay, I don't really give a shit if someone put food waste in there. It's like fine, like, you know. But it was like this like huge piles of dog crap into like a bag, and then I was like, bro, that's gross. Like I understand like there's a lot of dog owners, they walk by, they're walking their dog and whatever, but it's like use your own bin or go to the park. Stop being so lazy, right? And so I put up a sign recently that just says like, do not put your waste here, like this is private property, because it keeps on happening. And like usually like my mom works like overnight, so she's not home to like place her car there so that people don't go on our property. But it happens on trash day, and every time it happens, like garbage man will dump like everything, and then I notice like there's always new waste. So I'm like, it's either getting stuck or someone's been putting in like after the garbage man dump it. So I'm like, obviously someone's being very strategic. They're like either lazy or they're like looking at our house or whatever. Because there's like some sketchy people that come at like nighttime. So I'm like, maybe it's them and whatever. And some people would walk their dogs really late. So, but it seemed like it was new. So yeah, I'm just gonna tell my mom. I don't know if the sign's gonna work. Like I'm gonna ask people online and then like ask for their advice and see what's going on, because it's absolutely gross when someone uses your bin. And by the way, we all have like lock bins, but the thing is, anyone can like open it and then like put their waste in there. So I literally put up a sign. I might have to like buy cameras pretty soon. I don't want to do that, but it's like if people are like continuously disrespecting like our property and putting like their dog crap into our bins, then we're gonna have to do something. We can't just like sit around and let them screw us over. So yeah, that's my story. It was really gross. Anyways, so I have a huge pile of like photo cards I have to put away, but yeah, that was it. It made me so mad. My adrenaline was pumping. I literally dumped it at a public park because I was like, I don't want this shit literally in my bin. Like it was just so gross. Like I don't even have a dog, right? And I know my mom would not like that because she literally says like dogs crap everywhere, and like she wasn't wrong because that was a big pile of crap, to be honest. So we have some Young Posse photo cards. I have a Doan. I think this is the K Town for You pop. If I'm mistaken, I'm not really sure, but we'll see. Yeah, I think it is. And so it's from Growing Pain Part 1, and it says free. I think it's a trilogy, so they should probably be making like 2 more albums or whatever. Yeah, these pages are not the best. They're kind of like stuck a little bit. And then yeah, I think they're like all the same outfit, or like no, these two are the same outfit and this one's a different one. But either way, she's like wearing white. And then we have Jian, very cute. I don't know if she wrote up the back. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, but I double bagged the crap and I literally walked my ass to a park, and there was like a lot of people like doing like maintenance and whatever, but I was like, I don't even care. Like I'm gonna like march and then just throw it out because it was so gross, man. I was like cringing when I was holding it. I was like, I wanted to throw up, not even kidding. So Youngjun. The funny thing is, I actually wanted to be a nurse at one point. Now I'm like, never mind. And so this is a scratch card. And the misconception is like whenever I tell people like I work at a hospital, they're like, "Oh, do you work as a nurse?" I'm like, "No, I studied to be a nurse, but then like it took too long, right?" And I was like, "Well, I don't want to be a nurse anymore because it's gonna take too long." So yeah. And then these are the sticker and the name stickers. So I just like studied to work in the office, and then that's just what I do. And it's like a lot better. Like it's less abuse, I would say. Like there's still some stuff that happens, but people are less aggressive when you work at an office. So nurses like they just treat like those nurses like crap, and I'm like worried for them. So because they're always like hooting and hollering and yelling at the nurses, I'm like, oh my goodness, just leave them alone, please. They're trying their best. That's all. I don't think we have anything else in the binder, so I'm just gonna put this away. We're doing like mostly like A5s today, so the A4s are gonna be like next week. Also, like I'm like really stressed because of this bin situation. So like I'm gonna have to figure out because like people like they continuously disrespect like our property. Like I know like we had like parking issues. We had like someone like dumping shit in our stuff. Like yeah, I just gotta start worrying about it and actually start doing something about it because like people are gonna continuously like do it. So the lighting here is not the best, I think, but let me turn on my lamp. I think it might look better if I turn on my lamp. This was my brother's old room. So yeah, it's a lot better. It's more soundproof. So you can only hear people like on the balcony or whatever. Sometimes like when people like smoke, you kind of smell it. It's really gross, but the windows are mostly like closed, so shouldn't be able to smell it that much. Red Velvet 2024 Season Squeeze. I don't know where to put this, girl. I have no clue where to put this, to be honest. I might have just well put it with Wendy, because I'm like, literally, it's just easier, because like this is not an album card, it's just non-album stuff, but she looks really cute here. But the thing is, I don't want to put it in like with the album photo card, so yeah. All right, and then like also like oh this is one my bad. Also, like what I did was like when I was walking, I sent like a voice note to my cousin, and I was like talking about like the situation, so like like nearby neighbors know, and like so maybe if it's dumb, they they can stop doing that or whatever. I don't think it's dumb, but like they might like people talk and whatever. So hopefully that kind of stops people from doing that. It's really gross to be honest. Yeah, but like some people in our neighborhood do have cameras, so I'm like I think we might have to invest in a camera and stop being cheap because one day they're gonna try to break in or something like that or do some crazy stuff. So yeah, that's the thing I'm always worried about. And some people are like, "Oh, put a brick on your garbage bin." I'm like, "Oh my god, so much work and all that stuff." So we'll have to see what happens. But I'll update you guys on the situation. But yeah, there was like really sketchy people in here, so some stuff does happen sometimes. So yeah, I just like stay inside my house, and I guess that's why like they do stuff without me noticing. Don't know. So these are the fortune cards. This is Sync Parallel Line in Encore. I think they're having another tour. I don't know. They have so many tours. I haven't even went to one, but like I'm not really a concert person. Every time I go to a concert, I get really agitated. I don't know what it is. It's just the atmosphere and like the loudness of it. People were like telling me like, oh, you should get like earplugs or whatever. I don't really like loud noises. Like when a concert, it's basically setting up yourself for loud noises. So I'm gonna have to think that through. Also, Twice is coming to Hamilton, which is like crazy because like Hamilton is like I would say it's a cheaper place to live, but it's also like not a very like Asian friendly place. A lot of people complain about racism there. And so I wouldn't want to like go to a concert there, no offense. You know, I wouldn't feel safe there. It's not like Toronto. Toronto's like a little bit more accepting of like LGBTQ community and like, you know, Asian people and like other races. But Hamilton, I don't know about that, girl. I'm good. Like I'm good. I'll stay here. I'll stay here. If they come to Toronto, I'm like I can definitely figure out a way to go. Oh my god, this binder is getting like really big. Also, I want to talk about something, but I don't know if you guys know him. I think his name is Caleb Hammer, and he's like basically this guy who wears glasses. He's like brunette, and like he does like these financial videos where he like screams at people for wasting so much money, and he helps them to budget. And so there's like this army that went on there, so like a BTS fan girl, and apparently she spent like 60 to 70K on BTS merch, and I'm like, girl, get your ass on eBay and start selling some stuff because you don't need all that stuff. And I know like y'all probably look at me and you're like, read the room. But the thing is, I downsized. I don't keep that many albums anymore. So yeah, just letting you know. Alright, so we have Cortis photo cards, and I don't know all their names. And I tried like sitting down. I was like, you're gonna sit down and you're gonna try to learn their names. Like, you're gonna try to learn, okay? Cortez, they're all really young, but yeah, I did like follow James from Trainee A for a while. He looks like Yuna, right? So yeah, I thought he was really cool. So this is Color Outside the Lines, Cortez. I was saying it actually right, so that's a good thing. And so this is Ju Hun. Yeah, someone's like outside doing maintenance right now, but I don't think it's as loud because it should be more soundproof here, hopefully. If we start hearing stuff, like if I play it back and I start hearing stuff, I'm gonna go to the other room. So don't worry about that. But yeah, a lot of people do maintenance here, so you can kind of hear it. And then we have Martin's photo card. I think these are from All of Young. If you guys don't know what All of Young is, it's basically like a makeup store and like a beauty store. They also sell K-pop and they give like a lot of like gifts and like promotions, so it's really cool. And then we have, I don't know how to say his name, but people confuse me. Someone was saying it's like Key on Ho, but I'm like, girl, that's so like literal. Like I don't think it would be that, right? And then someone was like Ko Ho or whatever. So I don't know how to say his name, but I think he's the youngest one. And people are a little bit creepy about him, but I don't want to talk about that. So we have like 3 more photo cards. My friend's texting me about it because like she's a dog owner, and I told her like someone literally put their dog shit into a bag into our bin, and I was like, when I find this person, girl, they are not gonna be with a head. Like I'm serious. Okay, now I have James photo cards. So these are the album photo cards. I think they're actually from the photo book. They're not from the Weverse one. And then we have Martin. I really like Martin's Amber's eyes here. It's like it's really cool. So I'm gonna put it here. And then we have him doing like a peace sign. Like he does a sideways peace sign. I think that they'll get better with like poses and stuff like that. I don't know if I'm gonna keep Cortez in here. Look how fat this binder is. Not the best. Okay, I'll be back. I'm gonna go answer my friend's messages and then we'll bring more binders here. Everyone, I'm back. So I do have like 2 Meow photo cards of Ella. And I'm not sure if like this one is a POB. No, it's just a regular photo card. Okay. The other one is definitely a POB though. I hope that I don't have any duplicates, but honestly I have no clue, right? So we'll just have to see. So let me just go all the way to the back because I'm pretty sure it's at the back. Yeah, this is like a different one, so that's good. So this is Ella's page. I think I need like 2 more photo cards, but like right now I'm not gonna like bother too much about it. This one goes in this one. And then this is like, I think this is a K-Town for You paw, but it's like the Polaroid paws. They're more like a concept. There's not really like any selfies or anything. So I'm just gonna close this one. And then I got Katseye's binder. Katseye, not Cat's Eyes. My bad. They had like I think it was Gap collab, and then they had a Jollibee collab, and then they also are having like a Five Gum collab. I love Five Gum. I love like the strawberry flavor. It's like a sour strawberry flavor. It's like the best thing. I gave some to my cousins. They really liked it. Speaking of cousins, my cousin's coming over next week, and yeah, she really loves Katseye and she loves Isna. I don't know if you guys are like huge fans of Isna or Katseye, but if you are, just let me know. This page is a little bit messy, so I kind of just want it to be Manon, basically. So I'm gonna move Sophia and like Yunche somewhere else, just so that I can have my bias on one page and it's like more easy to maneuver because I'm gonna be buying more photo cards of hers anyways. So I have 3 photo cards from, what's the name again? Beautiful Chaos. So this is like their second mini album, I'm pretty sure. I think it was a mini album. But yeah, I love her hairstyle. I like how like she does like different things. As you can tell, this one she kind of did like, I know she did braids, but it was like more of like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like a different way, and I think it's really cool how she did it. And this one's more of like a downward hairstyle. So I'm gonna put this one here. This one looks out of place. It's just like it looks like a concept photo card, if I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna see if I can get another one. I'm not really sure. Pops are really expensive, and Katseye is not cheap at all, so I'm gonna have to think about that. Okay, so I'm just gonna put these ones away. Sophia's broadcast, and then we got Yunche's album photo card, and then I have 2 more. I think I was trying to buy, was it Danielle? I think it was Danielle's photo card, but I couldn't get it. So yeah, so we got Sophia. They're both scratched up really bad, so I don't think I'm gonna keep them because the Yunche one is very damaged. Like it's like scratched all over. It has like this indent from a keychain. Like it's just kind of like a mess right now. And then these are the 2 IVE binders. I think one of them's open because I felt like some pocket air go into my hands, and I was like, I don't know where that's coming from. So yeah, this binder is getting kind of like full. But I'm gonna see if I can put like any photo cards of Wanyang that I don't have already. Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to figure it out. So I'm gonna like move this one, actually. So we'll try to go through the pile and show you guys what I got. I don't know if I'm gonna take off the sign of like the people using the bin because because my mom might not like it. So I'm gonna ask her. I'm gonna take it down and I'm gonna ask her like if I can put it up because, to be honest, I don't want people using our bins. Like it's kind of gross. Like a lot of people online were saying like, oh, it's wrong, but then some people are like saying it's like okay, and I'm like, I don't know about that. That's kind of gross. Yeah, these ones are like different. So these ones are the older ones. I have like 2 more copies of this one. So I think I'll put this one here. And then this one here. And then these ones I think are pops. I don't know why it's really like, maybe I should turn off the light because, oh, that's like very hard to see. I think this is a pop. And then this is another pop. I forget. I think it's from Starship Square. That's what I'm thinking. And I think I'm going to have to move Liz up here. Oh, wait. There's like a photo card frame. So that looks kind of bizarre. There's a lot of plastic in here. Okay. There you go. Iso will probably go down here, so I'm going to put her over here. And then these are the new photo cards, so I don't want to put them away. I haven't really went through much, so I have like 2 of these. This is a dupe, so I'm going to put these away. I thought I didn't have them. And we're going to see Love Dive if we have any of these ones. So we do have this one. That's a dupe. That we definitely don't have these ones, so I'm gonna put them here. The afterlight ones, I'm just gonna take them out for now, just so that we can make more room. So this is, I'm pretty sure this is a Starship Square pod, but I think I'll put this one first. And then this one over here. Sorry if I was rambling a lot, like I just like felt like super annoyed by that. So if you did hear me rant a little bit, I'm sorry about that, but yeah. Trying to see, is this Afterlight? Well, this is a dupe. Well, these two. Well, actually, there's like these. Okay. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the old ones here. I know you guys are thinking like the sleeves are not consistent, but I told you guys I'm trying to find the clear version of the 61 by 91 millimeters, and I cannot find it for the life of me. Oh, Liz is at the back too, so I'm gonna need another page for Wanyang. That's the thing. So I'm gonna have to take Liz out. I'll put Liz on a different page. So I'll put her like after Wanyang's page, because I think Wanyang's older by a little bit. So I'll put her over here, and then we'll put Wanyang's Photocards here. So I'm pretty sure this is from after. Like, if I'm wrong, oh my goodness. I don't really care the order of it, because I'm like, I don't think I'm keeping most of them anyways. And which one is this? Is this from IVE? I'm pretty sure this is IVE. Yeah. They have the most confusing names, so I'm not really sure what's what. And I'm not sure if I had this one. I think I do, but let me just go like take a quick peek. I think I have, well, I have that one, right? So yeah, I have that one already. So there's so many dupes. I'm gonna take this one out. Sorry, I'm not flipping fast enough. I'm like, I don't know where we're going with this. Okay. Oh yeah, I already have this one. So that's a dupe of that. There's a lot of dupes actually. So I just put them in sleeves, and I was like, if it's a dupe, then yeah. I'll put Liz away back later. I just want to get done with like the last binder. So this is the last binder. This is just a non-album photocard binder. Oh yeah, we have eyelets as well. I think I want to wait for eyelet maybe, because it's just like one set. So I'm like, yeah, that's fine. I think I will wait. Sorry y'all, my mouth is really dry right now. So this is Wanyang and Eugen's page. I got this for free. It's like a season greeting from like one person. They shipped something like really late, like it was 2-3 months later, and they gave me a gift, and I was like, okay, I'll take it. This is Wanyang's Pepsi card, so a collaboration. It's like PVC material, so it's like pretty heavy, and it's like also like hard credit card material. All right, that is all for today. This video should be up pretty soon. I know that's more quiet here. Someone was doing maintenance earlier, but I think they kind of stopped. So I think it should be okay. I think it should be okay. I don't think there's like a lot of noise in here, so we might just like film in here. Because when I film near the street, like people are very loud. They'll start going outside and shouting. Oh, I forgot about this one. So we have like a little bit more. Oops, my bad. Sorry about that. I'm gonna need a drink after this. And I don't really drink alcohol, so it's gonna be something else. I had to make like so many cuts and stuff like that. I did get like an important call, and it was like something that I was like, I cannot just like ignore. I was like, I definitely have to pick this up. So I have an interview next week with this like very like popular like hospital. So if I do get it, I feel like it will be life changing, and I will be able to like save more money. So that's why I had to pick it up, and I was like, I just want to tell you guys the special news, because I thought it was like a really good idea to tell you guys, and I was like, you know, an interview is an interview. I might not get it, I might get it, but there's always like experience involved. So I'm like, it's happening at least about like 10:15 a.m. So I'm gonna have to get prepared for it. Obviously I'm nervous, but I'm like, you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. So yeah, last time I did have an interview with this company, and it went pretty south. It wasn't like, they were nice people, but like they didn't let me answer questions at the end, like ask questions at the end, and I was like, oh, this is, I definitely didn't get the job. Like that's how I knew I didn't get it. So yeah, but I'm really excited. So I can't wait to like have an interview with them. So I'll let you guys know how it goes and stuff like that. These ones are from the new album. I'm forgetting what the name is. IVE Secret. And then this one is, I don't know how to say her name, but she's a dog. Like her character's a dog, and dogs are not my fan right now because literally with the trash bin story where someone dumping their dogs, wasting their yeah. But evil Cupid license. But we love Eugen's dog because she is innocent. She can do no wrong. And then we got Ray. I want to get Liz really badly, but I know she's gonna be kind of like a pretty penny, so because it's not a cheap blind box album. Hers is a Navi. I don't know how to say that, but I think her character is really cute. It's like a chick. It really looks like her genuinely. Oh, that kind of bent a little bit. I was kind of scared of that. So I'm not selling these like photo cards and keeping them. So yeah, this is her Evil Cupid license. They had a song that was like Cupid, and it's like they're the Love Dive era, and it was like really good. It was like, I think it's like I want a little bit of peace of love or whatever. And I thought it was like an English pop girl song. Like I thought that girl was like American, but no, it was like a girl group. So I was like, yeah, it was like a very viral sound at the time. But yeah, anyways, we're done for today. Oh my god, like got a lot of stuff to do today, so I'm very excited. But I'll definitely let you guys know how the interview goes. Obviously, if I do get the job, like everything changes. Like I'll be working like near downtown. Like I think I'll have more hours and more money to spend, and I won't be so worried about the kind of post strike that's happening because I do own like I wouldn't say a small business, but I sell on eBay, and so we sold like a decent amount this year and last year. So obviously I want this to keep going. So I hope Canada Post can make like a decision soon and they can like talk about it. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.